Yo guys, your favorite Kage, Enigma Kage, bringing yet another video. I just want to get straight to the point because there's a lot of misinformation floating around on Twitter, and especially channels cashing out on Jump Force's sunset date, which is scheduled to be August 24th, 2022. Listen, it's unfortunate that Jump Force will be delisted come February 7th, 2022, but this isn't something that's new in the gaming industry. I've seen a lot of bigger channels promoting the air quote Jump Force is dead title and associating this sunset with unsuccessfulness, which is entirely untrue. I'm here to give you the facts from an actual Jump Force tuber, you know, the ones that actually cover the game for 3 years and not just DLC and hate rants 24/7. So the question is, what actually happened to Jump Force? Bandai Namco has suddenly announced that Jump Force will be sunsetting its servers in 2022. The game will be delisted and most of its online functionality will be gone starting February and ends in late August. Okay. So this right off the bat to the intelligent mind is that this is a licensing issue and not a revenue issue. Jump Force, believe it or not, is the most successful jump crossover game ever. I don't care how much fun you've had in J-Stars. The fact of the matter is Jump Force is the successful title in this conversation. J-Stars represented the 45th anniversary and that game was something special. It was a broken mess, but when you played it with friends you had endless hours of fun. So the next time a huge YouTuber makes the claim that J-Stars out-survived Jump Force, ask them if you can purchase it online right now. Heck, that game had zero post-launch support, but let's just stay on track. Jump Force has a total of 16 franchises, and they made sure to pull every hitter, minus Kanchikame and Gintama, into this game. In North America, these franchises are held under multiple companies such as Warner Brothers, Konami, Square Enix, Viz Media, etc. In Japan, everyone falls under the Shueisha umbrella. There is a full licensing and a limited licensing. For an example, Sword Art Online and Tales of Arise DLC is likely a limited licensing, meaning if you do not purchase the DLC, it's likely in the future won't be available for you to purchase. However, if you already own said licensing DLC, you can continue to use it for your enjoyment. I can tell you off the bat that one of these three licensing are the cause of Jump Force's sunset, not some silly notion that the game didn't do well. The game did extremely well enough to get constant post-launch support and 2 seasonal passes. I'm willing to bet a lot that Season 3 was going to be a thing, but they had to pull the plug. Anyway, these 3 licensing that comes to mind are Yu-Gi-Oh!, Dragon Quest, and JoJo Bizarre Adventures. You'll start noticing this pattern once you realize that these characters were scheduled for J-Stars, but they pulled the plug and killed the DLC that would have made it into the game. JoJo has ties with Warner Brothers Japan, Dai has ties with Square Enix, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Is owned by Konami. At some point, these licensing must have started to get expensive, and I mean to the point that there wasn't any reason to keep paying for it if the player count continued to drop more than 50% since 2019 on Xbox, PC, and PS4. Jump Force has made Bandai Namco a lot of money, but after a while, they realized that their core fan base, which is the casual fan base, you know, the ones that play with their CACs all day and whatnot, wasn't raving about the game anymore. They sort of stopped promoting it on their social medias. You notice how they continue to promote Shinobi Strikers and My Hero 1 Justice 2 despite those games probably underselling Jump Force, because they know the Naruto and My Hero fan base are going to stay intact compared to, you know, you have 16 licensing and all different fan bases coming together, which is a melting pot of disaster. Jump Force had an amazing run and has done amazing things for a lot of our channels. The good old
"people still play this"
tweets are gonna go away. Jump Force still gains traction and views because people like to watch, but just not like to play it, and I understand. Guys, Jump Force gave you an all-star arena fighter that didn't deliver completely because at the time, mind you, the game was announced in 2018, people just wanted a Storm-like clone. You now have a Storm clone on the market, and yet people are crapping on Demon Slayer game on Twitter and YouTube alike. The point is to make up your own perception of the game instead of listening to people saying that the game wasn't successful and that they had to pull the plug because the game was hated. Come on, that sounds dumb. You know that there are terrible games out there that you can still buy and play. This is 100% a licensing issue, and that you should be more worried than anything since this happened now. Imagine the Jump Fighters game that some of y'all want. It's just gonna be Dragon Ball, One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. That's all I really wanted to say, guys. Stop listening to those fools who don't even cover the game, but yet have a lot to say about the game now that it's closing down. They don't want to inform you. They just want your clicks. Stone Ocean, Master Duels, and Infinity Stretch are all on their way to the market, and I can bet you holding on to these licenses in Bandai Namco's favor wasn't even worth it to them. The next Jump crossover is scheduled for 2024. I can only hope we get half of these guys back. Jump Force has the biggest playable roster out of all their crossover games. Yes, Jump Ultimate Stars doesn't have 100 playable characters, despite what people who probably never played the game says. Anywho, buy Jump Force now and you'll have a collectible for life. Plus guys, you can still play online after August. You just can't play Ring.